Alright, 10:30, I am live. Give me 1 second. Getting the link tweeted out and everything, 'cause, that's how I roll. It's one of those after work, if you will, relaxing, doing my thing, trying to get everything situated. Alright, default view. So I have my chat up where I need it, and yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope y'all are doing good. I had a good day at work, as always. About to get down on some Oblivion for you folks. Like I said, just getting everything set so I can tweet it out. And please, be kind and share out the link and get people in the stream so we can all enjoy some good Oblivion, some random bants, and general things going on within the world. Uh, yes. Well, I was on the Stone Trek broadcast over on the Needle Movie Society earlier. So there is that. And boom. All right. And the link is out there. Huh. Anyway, that's not what I need to be worried about. All right. There. All right. Get that. And oh, I forgot to. And also wearing my good headset because wearing my good headset and using the mic of the new headset but dangling around my neck because I was like, why not? I haven't even bothered to get the camera set up. Yes, yes, let everyone know I just hooked it up. The edges and fears of transhumanism on a stream. You know, transhumanism can like be cool. Like it strikes me as it will be something really cool when we get there. But unfortunately, the technology is forever away. We just that is years of, I guess you could say, advancement that we've just yet to achieve. I mean, it's not anything that we can really do about it. I can't wait until we do. But I'm just saying, and apparently I am actually not over encumbered for a change. No, I am not. Outstanding. And let's get some. Let's get it on. Alright, well, let's see. What all I got on me? Dwarven. Oh, I need to. I'm going to. That's, those bookshelves still look sparse. I'm gonna need to. Hey, what the hell? You know what? I'm not even gonna. Who's throwing books? That's my question. Who's throwing books? Alright, let's see. Oop. Let's put it over here. And. Because you already know, I am. Oh, there we go. Yeah. What? And there we go. A little bit more this way. There we go. Time to start decorating, because, I'm that guy. Always gotta have a badass decorated homes and whatnot. I can't wait. I need to get enough fame or infamy so I can buy the house and think it's yeah, Skingrad, because that is my house. wouldn't be open to abuse and human folly, much like eugenics. Very much so. Very much so. And but here's the thing, though. The whole point of transhumanism is that we are trying to move past where we are through the use of technology, i.e., instead of like where right now we're at the whim of mercy. I mean, genetic engineering would mix in with that as well. You're not lying, Metro, to an extent. I mean, the Earth has a lot, still has plenty of time on it, but you are not wrong. The Earth does. We do need to get off Earth. We need to get spread out, or else, if something ever right now, all right, something happened to Earth. Let's say while we're all sitting here talking, holding this conversation, you had the Earth randomly explode, but all of our species being on the planet is dead. So getting out to the stars, it makes sense. It's what any species that wants to keep existing needs to do. Uh, Nothing quite like a fresh pot of coffee. And let's see. You know, I mean, I get it. Skyrim, it's a lot more detailed and things like that, but how could, like, especially during the day. But let's do this right. Let's do this right. I think yeah, that's up to the quarters. And like, get up here and see, set it to 6 hours. One of the things that I've always loved about this Skyrim and other games that give you like great views. I mean, come on. There's Bruma, of course, the Imperial City. There's Cheydinhal. I mean, see, I think you can even let's see, north. There's Bruma. I think you can kind of see that's the yeah. It should be right around there. The starting the dungeon you run into immediately when you leave. Hmm. What is beyond the universe? That is a unique question. I like that. Well, what is beyond the universe? I mean, it's the universe is infinite, but well, that's incorrect. It is infinite, but it's only infinite because it's constantly expanding. Let's see where. Oop, sorry. Ah, hooked on everything except phonics. Oh. Let's see. Where did I put it? I was actually going to bust out and cite my copy of Brief History of Time. Oh man, it's buried over there. All right, this the mic doesn't have the length, so let me take that off real quick and mute it. Exactly, Gorgonite. Oh right. Now let's see, cause there's a bit in here actually. To answer your question, like Metro, the best thing you could do, one of the best books you could ever invest in, because this is literally like, I guess you can say it is, if you're into physics, especially quantum physics, time travel, things of the such, this is the book you want. Because it's a good. I wouldn't say it's a good starter book because if you don't if you don't have a hunger for physics and you don't have a rough understanding of it, this book is a lot of Greek to you. Uh, the book offered up something that sounded far more visually interesting than just borderline frozen tundra wasteland. Yeah, not gonna argue that. It did offer up a lot more, but where is it? Let's see. Cause I'm just gotta get to. Let's see, and it is around here somewhere. Cause it's near the beginning of the book. I remember that. Like, cause it's right after he gives this explains about it. It is a brief history of time from Big Bangs to black holes. It is, like I said, the quintessential, like, if you're into physics, time travel, things like that, the idea of going faster than light, this is the book you need to touch on because it talks a lot about black holes and gravity, time distortion, and things of the such. Oh man, basically, how do I put it? The higher the gravity, the slower time moves. So, you have a series of like basically a relay back and forth. Satellite going closer and closer into the uh, uh, what's the term? It's the some point. But anyway, the basically the horizon, the event horizon. There we go of a black hole. All right, at first going in like, and you're right there by it, like you're just outside of the gravity well. You're at a safe enough distance to where you will not be pulled into the black hole. And you launch in a probe, a satellite, whatever. The satellite will go in and like going on at first, beep 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 beep, going back and forth. The beeps being timed to, let's say it's timed to a second. So every second it is the satellites sending out a beep, alright? Well, and you're just receiving. That's all you're trying to do. Well, as the satellite gets closer to the event horizon and beyond, you will start to. The beeps will be like, where it was normally beep, beep, beep. Instead of, like, after a certain point, it's going to be beep, 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 then beep, beep. You get the idea. And the probe or satellite, whatever, gets closer to the actual destruction of getting sucked in far enough to where spaghettification happens, or it's just downright, basically the gravity alone crushes it into basically dust. It would eventually start be longer and longer between the beeps because the high gravity field is causing the time to be displaced. So, but he goes into like the universe and how, for all we know, there's been several big bangs. The universe is constantly expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting, or it could be that the universe expands out, dies off due to everything spreading out too far, and then you see another Big Bang happens, an exact copy of the current universe. It's bigger. Like that's one of the theories about it and everything. So yes, I know that not exactly what I wanted to or had in mind to talk about for this stream. Well, kind of actually, and I'm glad you kind of because the one topic I had was I that I was kind of planning on talking about while goofing off and playing some vidgya was. Alright, so everyone remembers and recently I've heard about, there's been there's even this one YouTuber that did a video on it about how, what if the world actually did get destroyed on, like, our world, or someone's world, who knows, like, on December 21st, 2012. Now, if you go into the multiple reality theory and the Mandela effect, for those who don't know, the Mandela effect is basically you have those who believe Nelson Mandela died in prison in 1984. And then you have those who, like myself, know no, he died in 2000. I know it wasn't until like I think it was like 2012, 2013. Because it wasn't that long ago, and but like he went on to become president of South Africa, things of the such. Well, but you have people who are like, no, he died in prison in 1984 because that's what they remember. You also have the oh, what call it? Give me a second, it'll come to me. My brain kind of farted there for a second. You have what the Bernstein Bears. I remember Bernstein Bears, not Bernstein Bears. Like so, and all of us remember reading it that way. Like if I had those books, I should say had those books. I wonder if they'd actually say Bernstein or Bernstein. Like it's just one of those things. Very true. The main shtick of my streams is constant derailing. I'm not even going to deny that. But you get the point though. So the theory goes because of what we found in 2014. The or not 2014, but 2012 was the same year we found the Higgs boson, which everyone knows is like the God particle, things like that. It's also believed that it can create black holes, things like that, cause a big bang, however way you want to look at it. So the theory goes, our Earth or the other version, or like a version of Earth, I'm not sure which one would be the one that was destroyed, was, but anyway, Earth was destroyed due to them finding the Higgs boson. Well, once that happened, you start seeing like there's a bunch of things like a dude talking about government research with time travel and things like that, and they could never go past go beyond because it's mind you years ago, 2012. But uh, uh, it's funny. I actually read that X wasn't what I was planning on talking about, but it actually ties into what I was wanting to talk about. But anyway, uh, you have that, and you just got, man, it is, the whole theory itself is freaky. But yeah, and basically what the theory entails is the reason why you're having so many instances of the Mandela effect is from that. And I just think that's such a cool thing to note. Like whoever thought about it originally, whoever was the originator of it, that is a good good theory. And but it also makes me wonder if it is would it be a theory that we can confirm? Like, let's say we do some, uh, basically, what's the, I guess you could say we find a way to time travel and twink between realities. If this granted, portal technology, partly that's the idea with that because, uh, if you can open a portal, at that point you can open it, but you should, in theory anyway, be able to open it between any point in time and space. So, if the theory has some merit to it and whatnot, we would be able to, throughout the multiverse, find, or at least, evidence of it, if not the actual reality, find evidence of there being a destroyed reality. And here's the thing, though. It also got me thinking, because what if it is I think a bunch of women being women. Lol. But the other ideas that I got thinking about, and my little addition to the theory, which is kind of cool if you ask me, at least the thought behind it is, what if the event that caused it, what if you're someone out there, what if it wasn't just one reality, thus explaining the Mandela effect on so many things? And I bet you 10 to 1. And like, okay, Bernstein and Bernstein Bears. Well, what if, Nelson Mandela died in 1984 in prison? In the same universe was Bernstein Bears, alright? Not the Bernstein, but the Bernstein Bears. And the Bernstein Bears, or I should say, and the Bernstein Bears is in a reality where, Mandela became president, died in 2013. But what if there's multiple realities kind of being, I guess you will, like, what if enough realities at the same time discovered Higgs bosons negatively? And now you have multiple realities that have kind of become like a convergence, an epicenter, if you will, and you have a specific spot where a black hole may have formed in several different realities, and because of that, it could end up causing problems with time later on. I'm not saying it's for real. I'm just saying like that would be interesting just because of the fact it would if you can affect alternate reality versions. Like one of the things I was thinking about earlier, uh, it was, if you will, how to put it, what if through pure concentration and willpower we did like learn to control time, but what if nothing we like? Let's say we wanted to go back, like right now. Let's say if I went back to like December, or no, but yeah, January 1st, 1990. Still got a couple years in Germany before we move to the States. Get here, the world doesn't go crazy for a while. You know what I mean? Get to live in, relive my childhood, if you will, and become a better person at the end of it. But what if in doing so, like, what if that sheer act of, like, will, alright, went back, and yes, that, a copy, if you will, was sent back to, January 1st, 1990, but I'm still here, for instance, I'm going to use myself because, once again, it's the best way to do it. I'm still here. So, I, because of the fact that, I guess you could say the, I'm here because I didn't go anywhere. Because the version that went back is now an alternate reality version of me that has all my memories and everything, would be a complete duplicate of me at this moment in time. You get the idea. Now, what if it is, basically it's something similar to that, where they took everyone, copied them, and made alternate reality, or if you will, kind of copied themselves to the alternate reality version of themselves? That, yeah, basically that is a possibility too. That is a possibility too. I mean, we don't know. There's so many like variables, which is part of the reason why I really wanted to talk about this, theory, because I thought it was just something so just interesting. And I guess the best way to put it, one of the things I always try to explain to people, thought exercises are good. You may think like it's been proven those who, uh, I guess you could say, research and dig into conspiracy theories and things of the such, it's been proven that they generally have good cognitive functions. They have a higher understanding of like like it's a what's the word? It's not higher instinct, but a higher comprehension skills. They're good at research. They're good at being able to, I guess you could say, understand complex ideas on a whim, because they sit around and think about complex ideas on a whim. I got a good idea. Oh yeah, I don't have my I totally forgot about that. What's up, Speedy? Talking some time travel, multiple realities, conspiracy theory dealing with December 21st, 2012, things like that. You know how we do around here. Nothing's off limits, and everything is on the table for discussion because why not? But yeah. So it is a unique, truly unique thing. If we're all discussing is just big old nothing burgers, they can at least be used for nifty story ideas. Hey, if nothing else, I mean, like for me, it's like I said, thought exercises. I think they're good for the mind, especially being the fact that it's always you always want to be working the ye old noodle as much as possible. But I'm glad to hear not much, Speedy. Well, thank you for coming. Glad to have you here. Just kind of like I said, doing my thing after work. Playing some Oblivion, talking some various, like I even busted out my brief history of time. Second state first edition. The reason why it's second state, the original state first edition for the United States was an exact duplicate of the one that they had released in London at the time. See, it's not a true first edition per se. Yes, space does have crazy secrets, Metro. That's why I want to get out there because I want to discover those secrets. But anyway, the uh, nice. Lol, I like that. But the they had released, and mind you, this book is worth some money. A botched first state first edition, which was like I said, looked exactly like the English or the British release, just it was printed in New York instead of London. Well, the basically there was a lot of spelling errors. There was just things were not the diagrams were on the wrong pages. The whole thing was just a mess. So they recalled that, and this is what we got. Thus, why it is the uh, second state first edition. It's still technically a first edition, but it's not the expensive first edition because the English one and the English one is worth like 2-3 thousand for a first edition. That one's only worth like maybe a couple hundred. But the one with all the errors, though, if you find a copy like that in really good condition, it's worth like $10,000 or some stupid, ridiculous shit like that. But it makes sense. I mean, it does make sense. Gotta have me some of that coffee. Uh, but yeah, so that's either way. But good read, very good read. I enjoyed it. That's actually what got me through the starting at the theater. Was I read that. Should have taken more books with me to work, but then I got my phone and started drawing, and then today I didn't even get a chance to draw. I haven't gotten a chance to draw in like a week and a half now with everything. Ow, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Come here. Douche. But, like, and then again, like, oh man, it was hilarious. So, like, I probably wouldn't have gotten off until, well, about the time the stream started. At the earliest, because, if the boss, the owner and everything, because, like most theaters, the owner invested in, and apparently recently paid off, a digital projector, and pretty much for like they're entirely digital. So you like set up what you like the playlist for the movie. So for today we were just showing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The oh, give me a sec, it'll come to me. Annabelle creation. That all right. Well, the owner will generally set up on Friday once the schedule for the whole weekend, and I just all I do is take care of the customers. The movies do its own thing. Well, he forgot to get the movies scheduled beyond Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like he had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood set for the all 3 days, but he didn't have Annabelle set or Aladdin set. All right, now to get to the actual chat. Sorry guys, I'm not meaning to say. Here's a thought: if there is a multiverse, dimensions overlapping each other, what if the random feelings and pains that pop up in our body are you feeling the injuries and deaths of your copies? Good possibility. Good possibility. Latent psychic ability of mankind and such. See, okay, here's another. Hitler survived World War II. Reasons: one, his body was never found. Two, Russia never boasted about killing Hitler and putting his body on display. Actually, that's kind of common knowledge at this point. It's pretty much like this is me hitting my toe on the table is death by the yeah death by table. All right, in another universe, yeah, that makes sense. But basically Hitler, from everything we know, it's been pretty much all but confirmed. Hitler did not die in a ditch covered in petrol. Hitler did make it out of Germany and made it to South America. Or from what we know is either Argentina or Brazil. There's actually pictures of him in over there during that time, and or what's believed to be anyway. Gentleman looks like him, but yeah, he yep yep totally lived out his life in Brazil. And one of the reasons why it basically we never went after him, one, it would have made him a martyr for sure. Would have made him a martyr. They would have kept fighting him, or kept fighting. Like the Nazis would not have given up. And on top of that, like apparently one of the other reasons that apparently supposedly came out was that he was going to be used as a basically if things ever got hot between us and Russia. I just got my mind blown over there, right? Yeah. And then, see, in the universe, we discussed this before. Totally lived out the rest of his life in Brazil. Yep. Who was the other person that was worse than Hitler? How long do you think he lived for? Stalin, leader of Russia at the time. All right, so Stalin. Let's be honest. When Stalin died, if I remember right, Stalin died in like the 50s. All right, like early to mid 50s. And the thing about Stalin, though, is Stalin was all right. Stalin would like if you asked him after the revolution, where was he? He'd tell you he was uh, basically Stalin. Okay, I can answer that as well while I'm talking about this. Um, the reason why Stalin is not really looked at in the same level as Hitler, even though he is looked at negatively, is because, to quote an Eddie Izzard joke, Stalin killed his own people. Hitler killed the people next door. Just saying. I mean, that's the best way to put it. I mean, Hitler was killing his own people too, but had he just stayed in Germany and done it, nobody would have cared. Let's be honest. Had he ooh, hey, fuck off, fuck off. Talking history, asshole. Uh, I'm gonna have to actually use one of my magic potions, but uh, one though, he never stormed the actual oh, he never stormed the town square. He was at home having tea with his wife. There's several documents proving that. Like, straight up several documents proving that. Let's see. And I might Hitler lived out. No, I think Hitler died actually, because that would have made him like 120 if he made it that long. Because he was born, I think, in like 1889. Because he was already in his 50s come World War II. So, and so he couldn't have lived that long. But I do remember right, according to what has been quote unquote released and so on, you get the idea. He lived out his days until the 80s. Died of old age. Had a daughter. Everything. It's kind of sad. Like I said originally, he went to like up, and we got a Neo star. What is up, Neo? You know how we do around here, always talking random things. I'm in a bit of a conspiracy theory mood tonight, so we are talking conspiracy theories. Really, granted, stream's only gonna probably go for about another 30 minutes because it is late. Oh, and while I am thinking about it, because I do need to mention this now, the stream tomorrow night, I will probably not, like I said, be getting off till around 10:30, 10:30, so at 11:30 at the latest. So the stream, if I do it tomorrow night, won't be going live till I'd say, until I get home. And if I get home and it's like midnight, or it's getting close to midnight, I probably won't stream. But if I got at least enough time to where I can get like 30, 40 minutes in before midnight, you best believe I'm going to be streaming. Let's see, and no, what I mean is means the kind of unexplained headaches and pinches and back of the hair standing things you feel. Yes, yeah, yeah. But all right. Oh, come on. I am not trying to steal your soul. I am not about to. There we go. But, I don't want the troll fat. Screw the pewter spoon. Just remember, there is no spoon. Oh, dude. Metro, you have no idea. That's one of I guess you could say, the folly of man, almost. We have things that happen we can't explain but what if, like I said, what if it is, I mean, it makes sense. A high enough, like, for instance, a high enough explosion, it could, in theory, tear holes between realities and whatnot, especially concentrated, like, it basically pictured something with the amount of force of a Tsar bomba going going off, if you will, on in I guess you could say focused would be more appropriately termed, onto something, say, the size of a pin. Uh, uh, yeah, like bruises from nowhere out. Yep. Yeah, that's a valid point, Gorgonite, and that's actually one of the things, like, but well, according to the conspiracy theory, the guy that was handling the money and everything for Hitler and whatnot ditched Hitler, ditched all of them, ditched his bodyguard. Like, it was pretty bad, dude. Uh, it, yeah, come on. Oh, there we go, there we go. Like, I'll have to find out the name of the shit my dad watched, but apparently there's a guy that actually even made a movie about it, whatnot. And he was getting to do that. A really big bomb would have to be the place where a big bang happened. That's why I said I was using the Tsar Bomba. If I remember right, that is the largest nuclear weapon ever made, and it is something like, it's some retarded number. They've never uh, detonated it above ground, if I remember correctly, because of the fact that how big of a blast it would have set off. Uh, eh, well, Neostar, that just says you have more important things to do with your time. You have more things. Let me rephrase that. You have more important things to do, like smoke weed and fuck bitches. Not fuck bitches. Fucks with an X. There's a difference. Let's see. Apparently anything goes. You would be surprised, dude. You would be surprised. Well, there is an unironic Church of Adam. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and well, don't get me wrong. I would hate. Like, I hate nuclear weapons. All right, I'd hate it if we got into a nuclear war. I think that'd be the dumbest thing that ever happened. Like to quote Bill Maher, we we gained the technology to destroy ourselves several times over, yet we failed to learn how to temper ourselves when it comes to our differences. I mean, it's paraphrased a bit, but that's basically what he said. Religulous. Good movie. Don't get me wrong, Bill Maher is an ideologue if there ever is one. But when you know me, if you're right, you're right. Hey, relatively minor or not. Alright, alright. Since you brought it up, Metro, I got to talk about it now. Alright, so one of the theories with black holes is it's basically. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if I do this right. Try to. That's not gonna work. Let me doop. There we go. Let me dupe. Painful work. I don't need anything special. Oh, it's media player. I don't need. Oh, so somehow, no lie, I ended up with a copyright claim yesterday. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. I just ended up with a copyright claim. And it's. I'll read the email to you here shortly. Bust it up on my phone. And there it is. That's what I meant to launch. Alright, now let's see. Window capture. Let's see. And paint. Alright, there we go. Okay. Do. Let's get that fixed. I didn't realize that was gonna be so schmoll. And doop. Alright. Now we just need to get. Oh, that was why it was so small. Because it itself was small. Alright, so if I were to dupe. Oh, well, wrong. Alright, fix that. And. Alright. Window capture. That's the one I meant to do. Oops. And y'all are seeing it all, like, see me fumble with the windows and everything. I'm so sorry, guys. Doing good. About to. OBS can be tricky at times. Let's just leave it at that. OBS can be tricky at times. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But alright, so. But. Alright, let me see. Bitches come after the. Let me get caught up back on chat and then I'll explain the black holes for you, Metro. Weed and bitches come after Garzar becomes $1 million success. Real talk. Let's see. There's actually a bomb without nuclear. Yes, Moab. Mother of all bombs. And yeah, alright, so. Now, Metro. Let me get you straightened out real quick on explaining black holes. Alright, so you have. We'll go that. That'll work. That was not what I wanted to do. Why didn't you? There we go. What the hell? Okay. Black hole. Okay. That doesn't need to be perfect. Like, okay, so, black holes are perfectly cylindrical. All right. So, let me. I don't have a ball. I'm surprised I don't. Oh wait, I could use this. These will work for the time being. Okay. It's not perfectly cylindrical, but it'll work. Okay, this is a black hole. Like, if you ever played, like, Mass Effect 2, there's a reason why when you watch the cutscene of them and when they go after the collectors at the center of the galaxy where you buy that big massive black hole, there's a reason why no matter the angle it looks cylindrical. It doesn't like it's not flat. No, it is a ball, a literal ball that at the event horizon is any point in all directions around that exact point. Now, the theory goes, to move on, you have your black hole. Alright? Well, black hole, I'll change colors, I can't really do white because it is. Okay. Okay. Let me fix that. It doesn't really matter. It's only temporary. Boom, boom. Alright. Okay. That'll work. Doop, doop, and then doop, doop. Alright. So. Uh, Alright, we will touch on that here in a moment, Neo Star. But alright, so you have a black hole and a white hole. Now, the theory goes that the way it works is black holes are connected to white holes. And that what you have here is basically a gravity well. Just a trend with Marvel in general. I'll explain later. But it's like basically not a gravity well, but it's basically a quantum bridge. But the problem is because of the way black holes are designed, and we have no way of counteracting the gravitational pull. When you go into a black hole, you are destroyed. But that also explains why white holes are constantly ejecting matter. Because look at quasars. Quasars are white holes, basically. The best way to put it. And the theory goes, what is sucked into a black hole ends up becoming, basically gets ejected out of a quasar, a white hole. And thus explaining why, or explaining what happens. Like, so yes, it is theoretical that it is a possibility that black holes could be portals to other parts of the, you know, universe, but the problem is you would never survive the trip. And also finding a black hole that'd bring you back. Good luck with that. Crap, power is about to go out. Hope y'all sleep well. Hope y'all enjoy the lesson. Yes? Alrighty, dude. Well, you have a good night, because apparently you might be heading out at any moment. Understandable. You have a good one. Always stay awesome, because that's what we do around here. We stay awesome at all times. Even when we're sleeping, we're awesome. I have not heard of gray holes, but it's plausible. I remember there's even like the no, it's red stars that we know of. Like stars have different colors, things like that. But let's see, wrong thing right there. All right, let's get rid of that and go back to Oblivion. Go ahead and close that down. Don't save. And but I hope that's the problem. We would need. I mean, nothing's impossible. Okay? Nothing. Highly improbable? Yes. Impossible? No. It's just a matter of figuring out like if we could figure out, which is the big issue. If we can, I personally think anyway, if we can figure out how to create gravity fields, i.e., artificial gravity for like space travel and such, we may be able to figure out a way to counteract it by just creating a, uh, if you will, a gravity field, if I guess, around the ship going in. But even then, I mean, I would be, I would use several probes before I sent an actual ship even remotely close to a black hole, just because of the fact that, well, let's just say, I mean, it is a black hole. Do you really want to be fucking with it, like, without trying to do something like send probes in first and things of the such? I mean, granted, we are still, we don't know, like, okay, we don't even, like, we don't know really. Everything that we're basing off of black holes is theoretical. We don't know for a fact. We lack the ability to be able to even get near one. Like, and oh, and here's the scary thing: we could have a black hole headed for Earth right now, and we would not know. We would realize it was there when it started pulling everything that got close to its event horizon into it. That's how we'd know. Like, okay, so the black holes that have like the white glow around them, those are black holes that have basically ingested a star. Not star collapse created, no, they ingested a star. It was star got like they got too close to the star, or vice versa, depending on what point, like how that worked. Because everything is relatively moving and expanding and things such, so it is possible for a black hole to move close to something, or vice versa, a star to move too close to a black hole. Hell, for that matter, stars can get caught in each other's gravity well and start spinning around until they eventually collide and form one superstar. It has happened. And they've also been, I do believe they've found evidence, if you will, or gotten telescopic evidence that suggests that stars have also been like once they hit, they could also, if they're not big enough, they can destroy, or they're too big, they can destroy each other. It's weird, dude. You would have figured a help. There is such thing. Oh, word. There is such things as uh, roaming stars, like a runaway star, the stars without a system around it. They kind of going through uh, the universe and just kind of doing our things. Like we can have one come along right into our sun, wouldn't even know about it. Uh, uh, that's what Metro was talking about, finding a way to get. That's why I said, gravity fields and things like that. And, if we knew how to control gravity, we could probably get around it to where we could send in probes or something like that. That was the whole point of that. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying. Waka waka. 11:23. But yeah. I mean, it is definitely, it when you start getting into like, dude, like, man, astronomy is a bitch. Like, because you're dealing with so many factors you have to like, an astronomer has to have at least, they don't have to be a physicist, but they have to have a working understanding, if you will, to an extent, of physics. Like, that's how that goes, pretty much. Like, if you don't have, it's The best way I can describe it is it's a frustrating task because if you look at everything that within just the past 50 years that we have learned about the universe astrologically, and then at the same time, everything that we've had, if you will, be changed. So, if you got out of college, say 1955, right? No, go a little further. 1965. This way we got a better parity. Hell, we'll go 1969 because 50 years since then. I believe that's right. No, 60. So we'd need 79. Wait, no, I was right. 1969. All right. Thought I did my maths wrong there for a second. In just the 50 years since we landed on the moon, I'm not going to touch on the conspiracy theory of whether it happened, whether it not, or whether it didn't. Like, there are some arguments with the it didn't happen that I gotta give them credit. They're solid, but I'm not going to. I would honestly like to believe we did make it to the moon. I would honestly like to believe we did make it to the moon. But the point being though is that everything we thought we knew then astrologically, well, not everything. I mean, there's still like the basics that we got right and things like that, those areas. But like, there's so much that if you got out of college with your doctorate in 1969, there's a lot that would have been like, if you were going up for your doctorate and you presented that information, you would have been fine. But now, if you were to present that same information, you would be pretty much looking at not only failing that paper, but everyone would look at you and be like, we haven't believed in this in 50 years. What are you doing? That type of deal. Like, that's how much things have changed though in the past like 50 years. So but even then, like I said, like everything we know is just from maths and observation. Now, to an extent, observation does help us. Like that is the first step to being able to build a hypothesis and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I mean, come on. It's I'm not going to sit there and say that we are wrong when we've yet to get out there. I'm not going to say we're right because we're yet to get out there. When we will find out if we're right or if we're wrong then. Till then, it's all speculation. Uh, uh, it's doable. It is doable, Metro. Here's the issue. First things first, before we do anything with, before we do anything, we're trying to terraform Mars. We gotta fix their core. See, Mars's core stopped spinning. That's why uh, without your iron nickel core, which we have too, our planet has that too. What iron nickel core does is the it being molten and spinning creates a magnetic field, which protects us from solar winds, solar flares, things like that. It makes it to where like if we didn't have the magnetic field, the solar winds can just come through, strip our atmosphere, which is exactly what happened to Mars. Solar winds came through, gone. I mean, granted, it'd take about 1,000 years to do, but it wouldn't be overnight, but it would be slowly but surely. We would lose our atmosphere, and everything that we need would be pretty much blown out into space. And Oh, you're actually. But, whatever. But, dude, trying to think. But once we got that fixed, yeah, like we could. Mars would. I would love to if if nothing else, if I had the opportunity to move to Mars, you best believe, dude, I would move there in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even think twice. Well, I'm going to Mars. Talk to you guys later. Once we get things established where I can live stream from Mars, you best believe I'll be bringing you updates from Mars on the daily. Daily. Because, it's Mars. I would, I would definitely want to share that shit with everyone, dude. It's like, but, my big issue, first things first, first and foremost, when it comes to Mars, we have to, uh, like, before we even worry, like, about getting the core restarted and whatnot, we gotta have a presence on Mars. And to even build that initial presence, then this is still the stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen, and it just irritates the ever-loving shit out of me. NASA can't get through their, big brains that, hey, they keep using fabric-based, sealants and things like that. Have you seen The Martian? You remember that part where the Matt Damon's all going into the little base, going through the door, and the thing rips and causes a explosive depressurization. It corrodes the whole, like all his potato plants and everything. Like, if a movie is saying this could happen, what if there had been full people in there? Full of people. Everyone he needed to be able to get off the planet, and that happened. All of them would have been dead. He'd have been stuck on fucking Mars. Cause you think he's gonna be able to get that spaceship? Or he might be able to get up to the spaceship in orbit. But what about getting it back? Get that like so you're saying he can figure out how to do everything on his own to be able to get himself back to Earth? Doubt it. And so these are something that we should actually be worrying about now. Why are we using things that can burst? Why are we using inflatable bases? Well, but it's cost effective. We could do this for a fraction of what we. Yes, and you get a fraction of the protection. You don't want inflatable, you don't want fabric, you don't want anything that could rip, tear, or puncture. What you want is a solid, concrete structure. Now, I understand it's going to be a bit difficult because Mars is frozen. Concrete still needs, adequate temperature to set. If I remember it, it can be below freezing, but it needs to be above sub-zero. All right, let me double check. Uh, what is the lowest temp that concrete will set at? Because you want the concrete to be able to cure. If it can't cure, it won't harden. Let's see. I don't need to know how long concrete went to summer the first 3 days after concrete is poured. Considered the most important during this time, the semi-liquid concrete hardens and undergoes majority of its curing. Haha, what I tell you, as the cement binds with water because of the presence of the water is so critical to the curing process. Pouring concrete in winter and summer presents problems. In, in okay, whatever. In seasons where temperatures are liable to fall below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or exceed 90 degrees Fahrenheit, the ratio of water and cement aggregate can shift, changing the end result. In high temperatures, water can evaporate and result in a misshapen and weaker final product. But in low temperatures, the freezing of the water in the concrete mixture can lead to flaws that can be significantly more dangerous. At and below these temperatures, concrete cannot be poured without preparation and extra equipment. I think I just and what's sad is I guess what I've read about it. Like another thing that needs to be sorted out before making Mars livable and having going back and forth between the planets easier. The amount of mutation Martian humans would undergo otherwise would make going back to Earth an impossibility. Well, you'd need several, like, dude, you'd have to, in order for adaptation to Mars to happen, you'd have to have at least, I'd say, good, like, Bloodline's been on Mars for at least a good 100 years, 200 years, maybe more for the for genetically the body to adapt to Mars. The Earth from Mars. Hmm. Give me a sec. I will tell you. Because that is not something I know off the top of my head. Is the distance between Earth to Mars? It is. Uh, and they do have a proper check mark. Continue that walking. I'm just trying to find it. Alright, so Earth is 401. Let's see. At the farthest apart, they are 401 kilometers. At the average distance is 205 kilometers. So that's wow. The minimum distance though is 54.6 million kilometers. So pretty far. Granted, this is at the kilometers. I can tell you how. 140 million miles. Okay. So that should answer that question. Let's see. And but yeah. And all right. I think it would be like I think it's like 6 months actually. Well, 6 to 9 months. To go figure. You asked me that after I closed down DuckDuckGo. Would it take to get from Earth to Mars? Yeah. So 7 to 10 months. So there we go. And see, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, I had my positioning wrong. It's just one of those like, either way, hmm. Mm. Oh, Kepler. See, save. Go ahead and quit. Just so I can just switch headsets. Because doing the double headset thing was getting uncomfortable. But I'll eventually be able to get, well, I'm tempted to actually purchase a good quality headset and a wireless one on top of that, just so I can move about without being attached to cords. But at the same time, don't. Uh, I don't want to. It's just going to be pain in the ass. I think that'd be a better way of putting it. It's going to be a pain in the ass. All right, there we go. And I'm not gonna lie, it is getting close to that time. And let's see. Well, that's also why, though, to Gorgonite, that's also why I'm all about like portal technology. It's a good backdoor. Like, let's see. And to. Mm, Underneath the next hand to be filled with one more planet. The Kepler Space Telescope. Oh, the Kepler is a space telescope. Telescope. I was like, that's. I could have swore it was like telescope or something. But they are looking though for suitable planets to replace Earth. So, uh, well, not replace, but for us to be able to go to. And let's see. Unless we get the means to make Star Wars style hyperdrive. Well, that's to further elaborate on that. Now that I've uh, basically that's the whole concept, if you will, for warp is uh basically a way for us to get around needing hyperdrives or whatnot, because instead of us moving the speed of light, we aren't moving at all. Everything is moving around us, which is why there's no time dilation effect, which is what would happen in most what we believe to be most fast and light situations. Well, portal technology, like, I don't blame you for not wanting to be the first, to, be member of the first people to decide to test that out. Like, but at the same time, it would, with portal technology, it doesn't matter. Like, it, you could open a portal from here to Alpha Centauri. You can open a portal from here to literally the dawn of time. Like, that's what makes portal technology so amazing. It's like, if you use it right, because see, the whole point of portal technology is like, most people think portal, they're thinking like the game Portal. It's like, no, 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 no. You, if you are able to open a portal and do it effectively, you understand that time is a location at that point. That reality is a location. You aren't just, you know, going, all right, let me get like, how to put it, like, okay, so let's say you wanted to go from here and now, right? And you wanted to go to Mars, but when Mars was still habitable, all right? But what you would do is you would put in, like, one of the targeting parameters would be the location, like, actually where on Mars, all right? Then it'd be the time, date, things like that in reality. Like, you would have to actually factor in all that in order to get an effective portal. Because what is a portal? It's literally like, oh, dude, don't even fucking play. Don't even play Gorgonite. Oh man, which is actually a fear of mine with portal technology. Because what if, you know, everything that we know of from quote unquote hell, the way it's often described and whatnot, what if it's just an alternate reality, and what those who supposedly had seen hell or found portals to hell, things like that, they did. They found an actually occurring portal that basically let them go to another reality, and they had managed to get back out through said portal before portal collapsed, because a naturally occurring portal would not, like, outside of like black hole, but that's not really like. Oh, dude, you have no idea. That's why I like the way Men in Black handled that, where it's they run on. I think they said a Zebulonian time, where it's a 36-hour workday. And it's like, wow. And like that, you'll either get used to it or you'll have a mild psychotic episode. Like, well, I mean, I'm just saying. But it makes sense. But if you're working 36 hours, that'd mean your time off is probably a lot too. Like, you work for 36 hours, then you're off for like, I mean, if 36 hours is equivalent to 8, like, what we would expect to be 8 anyway, uh, that would be mean that the other, you know, 16 hours of the day, the would be so you'd work 36 hours and then end up with six. That'd be 72 hours of downtime to make up for it. Because think about it, if you're working for that is most people's entire literal work week in one go. So that tells me that they would have to have a lot of time off to like part of the reason why, for instance, I'm able to work these. Granted, I have an easy job, so it helps too. But I work 12, like 10 to 12-hour shifts a lot of times at the theater, and it doesn't really bother me because I am off 4 days a week. I come in for 3 days, working those hours, get my like 33 hours in, if you will, if it's 11, and then boom. Oh, what's up, Mecca? How are you doing, bro? Sorry, I was uh, needed to get my phone charger. Cause yeah, you know, to expand on what Gorgonite said, the things we normally talk about on my channel. Cause apparently, like, what's funny is one of the original things I wanted to do with this channel is I wanted it to be an educational channel, like that, educational politics. Like I present things that are generally like political ideas and try to present them in a way that is, I guess you could say is explains a lot of the problems. But anyway, like go figure though, I still end up getting the part of it anyway. Oop, message this late. Oh, yeah. That is my fault. All right, so I had to write a receipt because okay, so the theater I work at, it has other stores attached to it that's all part of the same building. The owner owns the building, gets rent from the shops. I wrote out a receipt and overdid it. Mm. I'm not even make an excuse. I forgot to go easy. My bad. I wrote out the receipt for the lady, and oh man, I feel so bad. I'm laughing, but it's the embarrassed laughing. Like, oh, he did ask me not to do that again. I totally did it again. I know how to fix it. I got plenty of card stock, like shit from Magic, the random shit you get in there and whatnot. But anyway, uh, and then like doesn't look good all around. Just got off work myself, and yeah, well, you mean every day? No time for stuff? Yeah, I understand that, and I've been having problems myself. Okay. But anyway, let me see. And nah, it's kind of one of those. We got talking, uh, debating on what to do now. Like it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired myself. It was a I went to bed like all right. So last night, don't remember what time I got done streaming. I just know I went to bed shortly after that, and let's just say I woke up at like 6:30. Tried going back to sleep, no dice, and yeah. So I've been awake since like 6:30 this morning. Mm. What's funny is I kind of like I know for a fact I was in asleep though by like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Uh, dude, I'm not a part of Tank's Discord, so don't know why. I guess I'm not. I just haven't reached cool enough status yet. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Let's be honest. Status. The problem with people who, like, I guess the best way to put it is status corrupts. Status corrupts. And that's a shame. Oh man, I'm so going to buy one of these for my mom. So my PlayStation Classic should be in tomorrow. Granted, it'll be in when I'm at work. It'll come in while I'm at work, I should say, because I got to be in there at 1. But, yep, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be some gangster ass shite. And I'm guessing. I'm sorry, I don't see what all's going on in chat just yet. Give me a second. Oh, nice! And so both the what you call it, the new capture card and my PlayStation Classic are both in state. Not a part of it. I like the Mythoverse one. Not a part of it. Like, dude, like everyone, people think I'm part of all these various groups, and I'm really not. Like, it's funny. I'm a part of 2 groups. One I created, Meeting of the Minds, which of course is for those who are regular on the Meeting of the Minds to be able to communicate, who all's going to be on, so on and so forth, and the one for the Needle Movers Society. So yeah, looking forward to that. Oh yeah, and believe me, Gorgonite, that nice. What's even better? Like all I gotta say is I've been cheating to be able to stream, the Super Nintendo games. We're not gonna go into exactly how I'm cheating, but I even and like now I'll be able to hook up my Super Nintendo. Like, dude, literally, the Super Nintendo's right here, right here. But because the capture card that I did have too old, because let's just say uh, the oh right, oh man, wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. But yeah, dude. To get back to what I was saying, like I wouldn't mind being a part of all these different groups. I'm just kind of glad I'm not. I mean, well, to an extent. Like I wish there were certain groups that I wish I was a part of, but there's other groups that I'm not. Like I'm glad I'm not in any of. I guess you could say the controversial. That's a good way to put it. Controversial uh, groups with people who are not really liked by either side, like or any side, however you want to put it. It's like, oh, dude, at one time I did have a Patreon. I was actually but I never like one didn't really push it enough, and two I don't have enough of a following to warrant it. I may, let me double check, have the ability to get tips on PayPal, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. No, it's even better. Log into my PayPal account. And, uh, oh, oh. And I think I have it set up. Not now. And do I? I do believe I can. Let's see. I could have swore that I know there's a way you can like uh do like tip jar. I just gotta figure out how to set it up. Wallet. Like, but that's at this point that's pretty much it. You know, I don't really. I mean, granted, it doesn't help that I don't really. Oh, I guess you can say I don't really like use it all that much. Like I'd never. That activity gonna twink back up better yet. I don't know how to do this so I can keep track of chat. Uh, oh yeah, and restoring your PS2 now. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. I'm gonna pick me up another PS2 here soon. It's going to be awesome. I'm also gonna pick me up another a working 360. I can use my mom's for the time being, I do believe. Uh, see, but it's a I guess you can kind of say a what you call it. It's one of those I just want like I don't want to do it, but I will. Oh, oh, like actual stuff, games, consoles, collectibles. I could probably set up a PO box if I, but once again, it's I lack the following. Like if I had a bigger following, I could warrant it. Like I just, I would love to have all that. Let's just. I'm not even going to try and say that I don't. I'd love to have the ability to set up things so people could donate and people could do what they want or be able to help me, if you will. Like either donate equipment, things like that. Yeah, dude. No, Gorgonite, I completely get it. I completely understand. Let's just say emulators is how I was streaming Super Metroid. And what drives me nuts. Let's see. Uh, that's it. And over 30. Alright. Uh, uh, Alright. So now I actually can get, like, tips and whatnot. Nice. I like that. I would have never even thought about that. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't even know the first thing about trying to do metal finishing, but what I do know how, like, granted, everything I know about, like, for instance, metalworking and whatnot. Just oh, black. Dude, I am working on. No, no. Here's the thing, Mecca. Here's the thing. When I say I have right here, let me unhook the controller so it's not. Unplug, unplug. I literally meant I have my Super Nintendo, and in it is Metroid. I was going to stream it using my actual Super Nintendo, everything physical. I was like, yeah. And and then I couldn't, because it was like being being a douchebag, I guess. Best way to put it. Uh, let's see, manage. Like, somewhere around in here, I have, like, no lie, my actual, uh, a link to the past, too. I think it's over there, maybe? I don't know. It's somewhere in here. I also got Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country over there. Those are also games I'm planning on streaming. If you think of playing Super Mario World, still with the original Sticker to Paradise video where we got it here in town, and this one a buddy of mine gave me like a few years ago. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country. I've never beat it. I've only played a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that one. That's definitely going to be one I stream a lot because it's Donkey Kong Country. I mean, that movie was the reason why that game actually was so popular back in the day. All right, and let's see. Yeah, dude, I'm like I said, I've never played it. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. It's gonna be great, dude. Oh man. Oh man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be one of those rare things where I actually get to play something that's, you know, for a fact, no culture war, no stupid, anything. Just great old school gaming. Oh, dude, I got my GameCube. Actually, Deep got it. I'm not gonna go over there and get it. But now what I'm working on, the piece I'm getting. Let me a sec. I'm gonna like it. It's a not much. I guess you could say like it was only a $10 purchase. Let's see, but it was definitely it was worth it. Like I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, but it really was worth picking up the yeah, that's it. I think that's it. But check, yeah, it really was worth picking up. There we go. I was like, oh yeah, this thing, and let me. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. Frickin' hate the fact that you have to have a for Fallout 3. You need a game Microsoft Marketplace, Game Marketplace, or whatever thing. Yeah. Come here. That's good. And what's worse is it doesn't even like to register. Like I was gonna download some of my shit that I had, but unfortunately, because of the fact that I'm running 8.1 and not 10, it's kind of. Uh, Alrighty, Metro. Um, I guess I can keep going for a while. It's not like I don't have to be to work till 1 in the morning, or 1 tomorrow afternoon, so figure if nothing else, I'll keep going for about an hour if I can. All depends. I do know I need to go collect my cat here soon. But, yeah, basically, this is what I'm looking at getting. Hopefully, I will be able to hook up my, uh, hook it up and then hook up the Super Nintendo to that. That's the plan. Well, I have. Where did I do it? Oh, that's right. Ah. Go figure. The one time I actually put something up. Well, okay, not the one time, but I'm trying to get in a better habit because I like when I'll put something aside and then forget about it, and then me. But no, what I was using was this, or was going to use anyway, was this. The problem is, well, if I want to fight with my old laptop that my mom gave me. It was her laptop from work. I'd have to get it set up. Like, it's slower than dirt. I'd have to find the right RAM to just give it more speed. I don't think the processor could handle it. It's got like shite for fucking memory, so it wouldn't even probably stream right. So I think the best bet was just doing what I did, using an emulator for the time being, until I can, mm, as you see, I have it. Like Nintendo said, you were using an emulator, yeah, because I couldn't hook up my Super Nintendo to my computer, dumbass. If I could have done that, you'd think I would have been using an emulator? Hell no. But what I am looking at getting, I need I don't know how I'll handle this. This way I don't interrupt that thing. Uh, oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no. Oh, I have my moments. That's why you need to follow me over on Twitter at Brainiac420, dude. You can find me on Mindsgab, TikTok, and Instagram at Bob Jones Comic Wars as well. I'm just never on those. The only reason why I'm on Twitter is because, well, most of these guys I know on Twitter, like Mecha, Gorgonite, Neo Star. I know them all from Twitter. Like, so if you it's kind of I will say, if nothing else, Twitter is a nice. I've made some nice friends on Twitter. It's got a uh, best way to describe it. It has a nice group of people outside of the. There are people, if you will, that are outside of the SJW club that, whether you might not believe it, dude, but they actually don't do stupid shit. It's just, unfortunately, you have a lot of SJWs who do, and that's what we're seeing. But anyway, this this is the one I'm probably going to be picking up Friday, like, for sure, because it's got everything I need to hook up, like, literally, even newer consoles, older consoles. But the only thing I can't hook up would be a like standard classic Nintendo, because I don't have these connections, or because the Nintendo, I should say, doesn't have this connection. It's just got the standard coaxial. But I did find, or I should say, I have. I wouldn't say I found, but I know they make coaxial RF to RGB, I do believe. Uh, so I would be fine. I just have to get the adapter. But man, dude, this would be awesome. And yeah, dude, like, the whole plan would be to, like, that's why I'm like, I want to stream Xbox. Like, one of the first games I'm going to stream on the Xbox once I get everything set up. Booyah! And I know most of y'all are probably like, man, that game ain't. That's the game that killed Silicon Knights. No, Epic killed Silicon Knights. Epic changed the terms of the contract after Silicon Knight had built this game, was almost done with it, and then said, "Oh, well, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and pull the Epic launcher." I think the judge, when he pretty much, well, forced Silicon Knights to recall the game, pay for and basically have every copy of that game destroyed and everything. At least most of them, what they could get at the time, every new copy anyway. Like, that judge was a moron, like, literally, like, because it pretty much gave Epic Games. Look at all that we should have seen then. That Epic Games was not cool, and that Epic Games was going to be pulling some shady shit in the future. We should have seen then. Let's see. Human. Yep. Let's see. Character development. Unreal Engine dispute. Alright. Upon the game's release, T Human received a mediocre to fair reception from critics with an average review of 68.59 at Game Rankings and 65 out of 100 at Metacritic. The NPD group reports that the game sold approximately 268,200 copies during the month of August 2008 in North America. It was the eighth best-selling video game in the region during that time. Two Humans sold about 700,000 units, quoted from Dennis Track in a Joystick interview. The game's concept of mixing science fiction with Norse mythology was praised by critics with X-Play saying, while it sounds like a stretch, on the whole it works where the art direction manages to seamlessly bend the grandeur we think of with this mythology, make it come alive again with a healthy dose of futurism. IGN found it to do a great job of keeping you engrossed in the game. It found game's audio to be the stronger part, calling the music and voice acting top notch, which it really was. It really was. It was well done. Graphically, GameSpot was most impressed with the environment and featured excellent detail and lighting and towering statues bordering over the proceedings. That's not a. Oh, that's because I'm reading reception. That's alright. In May 2009, Silicon Knights and Epic Games announced that Silicon Knights would be exclusively using Epic's Unreal Engine 3 for their next gen projects. Early development of the 360 incarnation of 2 Human began in various incomplete versions of the engine. On July 19, 2007, Silicon Knights sued Epic Games due to breach of contract, including inadequacies of Epic support service and cooperation with Silicon Knights concerning Unreal Engine 3. Among claims, Silicon Knights accused Epic of missing the deadline to provide a fully functional version of their engine. In August, Epic Games countersued in Silicon Knights for copyright infringement, breach of contract, misappropriation of trade secrets. On May 30th, 2012, Epic Games prevailed in the lawsuit and won its countersuit for 4.45 million. As a result, Silicon Knights was forced to recall and destroy all owned sold copies of their Unreal Engine games. This also resulted in Silicon Knights canceling upcoming games that were set to use the Unreal Engine as a base game. January 2013, Silicon Knights served a recall notice to Microsoft to remove 2 Human from the Xbox Live Marketplace, now known as Xbox Game Stores. In June 2009, Microsoft re-released the 2 Human on Xbox Games. Ah, I did not know that. I did not know that. Well then, gentlemen, I am going to. Had I known it was free on Xbox Live Store, I would have already been playing the fuck out of it on my Xbox One. Right? Dude, I can't argue that Valkyrie animation was kind of meh, but it was still definitely well worth it. Like, I'm so like that. I might actually end up hooking up my Xbox One tomorrow. I probably won't. Don't catch me lying. I'll wait until I can actually stream it on my and we can all enjoy it. But yeah, that's like I said. That we should have seen then, though, that Silicon Knights was, or not Silicon Knights, but Epic Games was going to be a problem. We should have known then. And now look at us. We're all like, but Gears was a great game, but this, but that, yeah. And now look, none of us like Epic Games anymore. Cliffy B got out while the getting was good. Let's just be honest about that. He got out while the getting was good. And while I am not going to sit there and fault him for that, I am going to sit there and say that Epic Games is still, well, Epic Games. It is. Nobody likes Epic Games, dude. Let's just be honest. There's a reason nobody likes Epic Games. Epic Games is pretty much like it's almost like Google, if you will. Google back in the day was cool. Everybody liked Google. Now everyone's just kind of yeah when it comes to Google. Nobody really likes them. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But unfortunately, did not. But live, learn. That's the whole point of, like, for instance, what we are doing within the realm of comics right now. We are actually trying to learn from our mistakes and move forward. We, when we let things such as, well, quite frankly, the current state of the comic industry, I guess you could say, when we don't learn from it. Like, Gamergate happened, we're all like, yeah, we won, and then immediately you have, like, Comicsgate. What has Epic developed? Oh, Epic did Gears of War, classic Epic, though, back when Cliffy B was there. Uh, the Gears of War games, Fortnite, I mean, really, I mean, most those are the main ones I can think of. Everything else, I think they've pretty much stolen from other people. They created the Unreal Engine, and as I mentioned, showed with the Two Human and Silicon Knights. I don't even think Silicon Knights is even around anymore. I don't think they're putting out games. I think they are literally gone. Like, it's uh, I'm double checking though because I haven't seen a game from them for oh shit! It's still a website. I know they filed for bankruptcy in May 16th, 2014, following the loss of a court case. Silicon Knights filed for bankruptcy, and a certificate of appointment was issued by the Office of Superintendents of Bankruptcy, with Collins Barrel Toronto Limited being appointed as the trustee in bankruptcy. Uh, there's an entire thing about the Epic Games bit that what was a little excerpt is now big, like, thing. The last game Silicon Knights released was X-Men Destiny. The Silent Hill, the box, Two Human 2, yeah, Two Human 3, Eternal Darkness 2, and wow, all those are canceled because of what happened. And yeah, defunct. They stopped doing anything after 2014. They are de facto a defunct company. Sad. So sad. Ain't that the truth? Straight yeeted that shit. And when it wouldn't bother me if it wasn't for the fact that, the back in the day when the first Gears of War, for instance, came out, Epic Games could do no wrong. Everyone had Epic Games' back, and like you said, they yeeted all that goodwill for Battle Royale money, for, trying to step on Steam's toes, because quite frankly, they wanted to be the next Valve. That's purely what it is. They wanted to be the next Valve. Problem is, they're not Valve. I mean, and I say that like wholeheartedly. They are not Valve. Valve at least has some value. All right, they may not have released Half-Life 3 to a lot of fans, dismay, but at the very least, it is a. At the very least, we got Steam, and let's just say I probably would not have gotten as big into PC gaming had it not been for Steam. So, say what you want about Valve and them, you know what I mean, doing that, but the fact that they gave us Steam, I'm going to be happy with. Not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. Alright, I'm calling it 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes before I end the stream. Get a little bit of, like, time to just, I can just say, completely decompress after work. The Days of Gear 2, Dead Space, Force Unleashed, etc. You and I both, like, and I'm gonna leave on this because I kind of mentioned it earlier. Like, I've been last week or so. desperately wishing I was back in the 90s. You wanna know why? In the 90s, we were like, prime example, we had In Living Color. We had Fresh Prince of Bel Air. We had Blossom. We had the Power Rangers, the original series. We had, you know, the X-Men cartoon, the Spider-Man cartoon, Superman the animated series, Batman the animated series. We had like comics, like Razor Fist likes to shit on '90s comics a lot. You know what? I get it on the one hand, especially being as somebody who read predominantly '80s comics. Those are my main love. Like I love the '80s, but at the same time, man, don't you can't shit on the '90s. The '90s did give us a lot of good shit. Unfortunately, we won't get Dead Space 4, but not even. I'm on a separate tangent right now. I'm kind of liking where this is going. And so and I've really been thinking about why have I been wanting this? Why have I, and then I got thinking about it. It is the year of our Lord 2019, and we've regressed. Pure and simple. I don't care what anyone says. We've regressed. As instead of 15 years ago almost. All right, and let's see, Batman animated series on Blu-ray. Yep, gonna be doing it myself eventually. Hopefully soon. But no, dude. Like, but the point I was making though is I feel like we've regressed. I feel like in 15 years ago we could all be sitting down having a nice conversation about politics, race, religion, and so on and so forth, and no one, if someone overheard us, they'd be like, well, they'd present other arguments, but they'd still be like, that's a good argument. That's a good argument. I like that. like, I feel like, and we've lost that ability to do that. Like, I feel like these, I guess you could say these leftists have made it to where we cannot coexist. So I want to be back where we could coexist. Ah, glad to see you're back, Neostar. Like, I might go a little bit longer just because you finally got back. So I'm not gonna do you dirty like that. Not me. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. 2010 was, things were still decade ago. Let's see. 2010 was 26. Wasn't my hairline wasn't fucking half gone, dude. What's funny is I look at my I look at my hairline, and almost feel like that if you went back to my videos a year and a half ago, I swear my hairline wasn't as bad. I like how you put that, Gorgonite. Reminiscing the days before the dark times. Uh, but I don't know. I guess I keep seeing these ads for the perfect dream room in the 90s, and and it's like, oh my god, like the original Nintendo or Super Nintendo, 7 Up, the old dancing Coca-Cola cans. Don't tell me y'all forgot about those. Uh, let's see. Cool beans. There's a lot of things I change if I were back. Right? Me too, Mecca. Me too. I think we all would. And it'd just be. I feel like, and this is, I guess you could say, the folly of man, if you will. We constantly look to the past and want to be there because we have gained knowledge, and we have before the Sarkeesians, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If Nina Sarkeesian for some odd reason looked at my fugly ass and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" We're signing a contract. This way, I can't get me too'd after this. But yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Just, but no, to get back to what I was saying though, we look back to the past and with our gain knowledge, in the present, we go, man, if I knew then what I know now, and we all do it, and we all feel the same way. If we knew now what we knew then, or if we knew then what we knew now, we would be different. But then again, I mean, you get the idea. It's that. And come on, dude. Oh man, to have Wizard Brack in print. Ha ha ha. Yeah, they do. They do, Mecha. They need the D bad. Because no man with half a brain, like let's be honest, let's be honest. Most men who know who Anita Sarkeesian is would stop and be like, you are worth. I mean, let's be honest. Like I don't. Who the fuck is fucking Zoe Quinn? That's my question. Like who the fuck is dumb enough to dip their wick in that? That's my question. Like me personally, I think I need a Sarkeesian out of the two of them. It's the cuter one. I'm just saying. Just saying. But Zoe Quinn also, her big I don't see how I feel like Zoe Quinn is that evil stripper succubi that's like the minute you get done, she reveals that she's got like three STDs. Yeah. She's got the herp, the AIDS, and the gonorrhea herpes. You know, not just them by themselves, but the combination that's worse. You know what I mean? And it's like got like everything else in there. Uh, right. I agree. We were better, but yeah, no, dude. Like, I'm just saying though. Like Zoe Quinn, everyone notices. Like everyone made videos about it, like the quartering and things of such about how like Zoe Quinn pretty much tried making the developer that we all know what happened to the poor man. Like, is she trying to make that all about herself now? I'm just like, you do realize nobody liked you anymore, right? No one like no one. You have just you. This is your like. Okay, okay, okay. Let me rephrase that. No one like the people who like her shrank, right? Dude, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can see as I'm gonna do the Jeremy's bit. ZQ's like Jeremy Hambley. ZQ's naked. All right. I mean, nothing really to write home about. Like, if you, I can tell you her tits are fake because in the photos she took naked, her tits weren't nearly as huge as they like you see her in all these various photos and whatnot. She's got big old titties that are out like here. I'm like, dude, you look at those videos, she's like normal size. You know what I mean? It's like I just kind of look at Zoe Quinn now, and I can't help but be like, so because you want to own the patriarchy, you're getting something that'll make some work done that'll make you more attractive to men. I don't. I thought you were trying to avoid the male gaze. I'm just saying. Come, really? Wrong cat. No. And get your tail away from the door. My mom's cat. My cat's right there with them. Apparently they're playing, but whatever. But right. Yeah, that's a one-way trip, bruh. I'm just saying, dude. I don't even really like. I'm not saying. What's up? We got a John Dillard in the chat. What's up, John? Just kind of doing our thing. Kind of at basically like the tail end of the stream, if you will. Just kind of chilling. I'll probably be calling it here in about another 10 minutes, but we ended up getting a late Neo Star, and I mean, I can go another 10, maybe 15 to 20 with you here if you want. I am not above extending it a little bit, so you can enjoy the conversation and enjoy the whatever. I mean, at this point, it's just mainly me doing my thing. I don't want to play anything right now. I'm just kind of like, I, like, really wishing I had some green, but you know what? Such is life. I need to quit anyway, because I'm really trying to get my shit together, and let's be honest, can't do that, when you're smoking pot. Let's just be honest. So it's like, then I'm really trying to get better with my money. I'd rather be spending it on stuff to be able to be a better streamer for y'all than, well, quite frankly, you know, than spending it on something that I will literally burn up within a week. And believe me, I don't smoke bunk. I don't smoke bunk. I I I guess nice. Let's see. Feminists should embrace the male gaze. They want more results. That right. I actually don't like drinking. Like I've done it, but we're not gonna go into where I was in my head while drinking, unemployed, and just after, especially unemployed after like 3 years, nobody wanted to hire me, shit like that. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I was drinking. Let's see. I actually had a revelation recently regarding SJWs and their attempt at controlling the culture. And continue on that, Neostar. Like that, because like I need more beer. But nah, I don't need any beer. I am good. Like it's one of those. I'm trying to get my vices under control, not like gain more. That's why I stick to like I've switched from regular Dr Pepper to Diet Dr Pepper. This that really haven't even had any of is all diet. No, it's not that it's a motivation suck. I mean, it can be. It's it'd be different if like how to put it. It would be different if I went out for coffee more often. Like if, say, for instance, I got a stream done soon, or not soon, but early, right, over the week when I'm on my days off, and then I, went out for coffee after the stream, go to IHOP because we don't have Denny's anymore. We just have an IHOP. It's actually the same building, which is hilarious. That's why I stick to freebasing testosterone. But like that actually threw me for a loop. I gotta regain my train of thought. But yeah, got the what happened is the we. This is a funny thing. Okay, we had actually. I'll do you one better. Oop, not what I meant to do. Let's see. Cause I need. That's what I need. Doop. Oh, and and see lot map. Alright, and see if I can get it on Google's map. Let's see how far back Google's Maps goes. I'll do this so I can use my good, or use my big screen anyway. Uh, oh no, you have no idea. It's right, all like a real man might, but that's why I'm constantly having allergies and whatnot. It's because the coffee beans have ruined my nasal passages. But yeah, no, Denny's actually used to be the same building that's currently our IHOP, and that's what I'm going to be showing you here in a minute. Let's see, there's 38. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Where is the street view? All right. Also. Let's see. Where the there it is. And I will make sure I get it all set up before I ah. Let's see. Okay. Doop. 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 All right. So, what's funny is I think that's actually gone. The Chicken Express, I think it's been gone. Let's see. Going down Cash Road. All right. So, IHOP right here, right? That. Let me. There we go. That used to be Denny's, and then this used to be IHOP. And let's see if I if I remember right, I can at some point. Not what I meant to do. Uh, Cause if I can get it back far enough, like Street View. Uh, I can't find your initial post on the matter. Uh, I like that Google Plus is no longer. Like, I wasn't even trying to bring up Google Plus. Alright, where is Street View? I know this thing. Uh, oh, wait, is it up here? No. See, they used to have it really freaking easy to just zoom in. Alright. Zoom in. Trying to find Street View. Cause, you know, that is, mounted. Where are we? Oh, we're at the airport. Eh. So, oh, it's gotta be. Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize it. I was like, that is cool. I didn't even know we had a neighborhood set up like that. Oh wait, yeah, because I've back when I delivered pizzas, I delivered some pizza there actually. I probably should. I mean, no point keeping it a nerd over 30. Man. Alright. So, this right here. Notice how it's Pappy's Corner mini storage? Right here? That's because this right here, instead of being a easy go like it is now, used to be Pappy's Corner. This is way back in the day. We're talking when this was Pappy's Corner, this wasn't here, none of this was here, this wasn't here, this wasn't here. Alright? this shit wasn't here. Well, I think the this building was, this building possibly, of course this one, Votech, and let's see. Gotta make sure to find the right house. I think it is this one actually. No, that's too far. Or maybe not. No. Because that's right, they widened it out. If I remember right, this, the house I grew up at, actually. It's kind of difficult from this angle. Wait, no, it's this house. Uh, that's right. Well, one of these two. Gotta. It'd help if I had street, like, was at street view. If I could figure out how to do that, I would. Okay. Well, didn't want it to be. Oh, maybe that's why. Open map. Maps out now. I have heard about the reticuloids. I've handled many a reticuloid. Many times. I've had to kill a man several times because they were infected with the sore, and unfortunately, were becoming nothing more than reticuloid slaves. Ah, man, this is really driving me nuts. Like, I would love to, because the way Google does things, uh, the way Google does things is, or at least did, is you could actually go through the time. Let's see, it's, uh-huh. Mm, da, 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 da. But yeah, so like I said, I grew up on the street. God, I wish I could show y'all more of Lawton, dude. This is, and I don't even care because you know what? I'm not gonna, show you what part of Lawton I'm in or anything like that. I'm just trying to show you, a little something. I think you could say, maybe that's why. That's why. All right, I got this. I got this. Took me a second, but I got it. I got it now. I was using the wrong. Ain't that the truth? You can't really influence people if you provide no incentive to change. I won't argue with that. Alright, and. Alright, alright. There we go. Alright, satellite. Let's see. And street view. Okay. Alright. So, the guy that got me like super into Marvel, you know, uh, comics like you can with enough dead people. Right? Yeah, ain't that the truth. Right. So this house here, what the that neighbor there got me into, like, he's the one who gave me all my '80s Chris Claremont. Like, to this day, I still have all those comics. This, oh man, this is, get a little bit better view of it. This is the house I grew up at. Like, granted, we part of why it's so hard to find, we didn't have this here. It was only the single lane driveway. This was actually, I think, at the time, was one different mailbox too. That looks like shit. That was not there. That actually makes me kind of mad. We also had a big old light right there that everyone on the street loved, and that's why SJW Marvel will never truly succeed. Exactly. We like our door was solid. Like we every year we'd put our Christmas tree right here, right in that big fucking window. Oh man, it was always great. Yeah. So this was my dad's den. This is my sister's room, which is bigger of the two, and then mine. My parents' room was on the other side, and then my room, as a, when I before my sister moved out and everything, and I got her room was actually on the other side of that, and it had cool like, oh man, I miss that house. I really do. I miss this house. Like if I could buy it right now, I would. And part of the reason why it was so hard to find on the other view, which I'll switch back to real quick. Yeah, that was this one, I think. No, let me see. Where am? Yeah, I think it was this one. Because I'm not perfectly, if I remember right, I'm not perfectly in front of. Nope. Alright, alright, alright. No, we'd never fight over that. Troy was cool. He didn't care about that shit. Alright, so. Oh man, in the yard, I used to mow the yard to this house. Oh my god. That freaking house. That. Literally, that yard is, I'd say, pretty much these 3 yards, all the way over here, mind you, combined, that one house has that big of a backyard. Oh my god, that was bullshit. I remember when Ray Miller, dude, another dude I was big into comic books and geeked them with, lived there. Someone I went to school with for years. I think her name was like Sue. I don't remember her last name. Her brother, I shit you not, got into an argument with his parents. I guess was drunk. Left in his car, hit this, went all the way down the street. Dude, dude, gotta, cause he went around the corner here. This is where it got funny. Also, there used to be some kids back, mind you, this is the '90s when you can get away with doing it. They actually had a half pipe right down here. Like it was literally right in this area. It was just a little half pipe. It wasn't major, but it or not half pipe, but a ramp. Sorry, correction, ramp. Right here, wasn't anything major. Well, I suck on a skateboard, so I never bothered. But anyway, uh, turn the corner, mind you, drunk. Also, thinking about it, right, the house there was still there, and if I remember right, this house here, which I used to have a friend that lived there too, uh, recently burnt down. Actually, it's sad, really. And then, but yeah, the dude came around the corner, and if I remember right, it was actually he crashed into this house, and the yeah, it's that house. Uh, Killed the poor old lady's dog by pure accident, and it was oh man, he felt bad. He didn't mean to do it. Let's see. One of the teachers that was in my school lived. I think this is her house. Yeah, I think it's this one. Used to know this, Miss Fraser. I remember her. Like, let's see. Dude, I used to. All right, so you can't really tell, but this road here is a steep ass fucking hill, and I mean steep. Oh man. And then let's see. Let's see. Trying to get down the street. These folks were nice. Like they had little kids and whatnot, but they were cool as shit. I could go over there and play their Nintendo and all the old games or all the games and everything that they had anytime, as long as they were out and about at the kids are playing. I could play their Nintendo, even though I had my own. They just had games I didn't have, and they were cool about it. I liked them. They were nice as fuck, dude. I wish more people existed like that. Ah, there it is. All right. Okay, we used to always mow this yard, alright? And what's funny is this is actually the house that my boss, this is actually the house he grew up in. Like, I know I'm taking y'all down memory lane with me, and I apologize, but this is therapeutic in a way. Like, it's always good to look back, remember your past, and do so with others. You know, share the memories, if you will. We used to like, oh man, I remember. I don't know if they still lived there, but I used to know the people that lived at this house back in the day. Like, I went to school with their daughter and whatnot. Like, she actually dated a friend of mine in high school and everything. But man, we would terrorize all over here. And what's funny, like you can't really tell, but like you can actually go in there, and that actually leads and loops around. I mean, granted, no one ever tried, cause fuck that. But you could actually go over and get down to here. That whole ditch area is, you know, a lot of cool. Oh man, dude, I used to terrorize in this neighborhood. Like, oh man, let's see. I gotta uh, let me. I know what I'll do. I know exactly what I'll do. Wait. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. Alright, anyway. Let me. See, how do I go back to. Should I not go back to. Oh, no, that isn't. Okay, but I can do this. Nice. Let's see, let's see. Alright, there we go. I remember. Right, exactly. Alright. Yeah, we're at perfect spot. Alright. Only perfect I can get. Oh, nope. A little further down. Summer, a lot of the kids that used to play a lot of golf would come to this field in the neighborhood and literally would play golf. All right, so this is where I wanted to go though, right over here. All right, so Christmas, year 2000, we had a great snow, and I spent the next like 2 3 nights out with my friends, just enjoying the frozen tundra, if you will, that was Lawton for a change. And we were out with the sled, brand new Seiko watch. I actually still have this watch. Don't wear it because I don't like watches. If y'all don't haven't noticed, I don't wear anything that could be grabbed. Like, believe me, if I had it my way, my face would look like I got into a fight with a tackle box and lost. Just saying. But anyway, so went and slid down this side because it was completely covered in ice. Like, the side was ice, the bottom was snow. All right. First night was kind of meh. Second night it was perfect. The whole thing was just iced over because this is Oklahoma. And like went down one side like so fast. I came across, went up the overside, and launched, got air, and landed. Oh man, it was a great experience. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Random. See, I had a buddy of mine, dude, I used to be cool with. His grandparents lived in this neighborhood. We would always hang out too at their house. But his parents lived actually in right on the street on the other side of the railroad tracks. Yep, right there. It was cool. Let's see. Unfortunately, I've lived in Lawton for too fucking long. Let's see. Gore. Yeah. All right. And so we're gonna. This has got some like part cool, part like bit sad. Cause let me scoot up. And let's see. A bit too far, I think. Nope, just right. Almost perfect, actually. So you can't really tell. Oh, I guess you can. All right, Eisenhower Middle School, right? This is where I went to junior high. bike rack still there? Oh yeah. So the bike rack's over here. Always hook. Like I'd always come like go up 67th, which is the street that I showed you the ditch along the side of. Come down here, park my bike there. Granted, those are probably newer ones. And what's funny, that's the junior high. That's Eisenhower High School. It's one of the three high schools in town. I mean, it's just saying. Alright, so the Paradise video that I keep mentioning. Let me do this the easy way instead of trying to do. Alright, used to be back in the 90s, right here. We went there. Oh man, all the time. All the time. This was completely different back in the 90s. Like, for instance, this fire station used to just be a small one, right? Like, literally, the whole building was right here. I still think that's cool. And, like, when I went to Eisenhower, man, this building, like, okay, they had, the building that this is attached to was there, but this wasn't. Like, they're actually doing a lot of work on 52nd. It fucking needs it too. Like, I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And like the dude I was talking about that dated the chick I went to high school with, he's his house was I do believe right over here. I think that's Cherokee. No need to actually go there because yeah, random. Like, oh man, but I wonder how can I change the street view to like what year? Oh, I guess not. But oh man, because if I could, I'd try. Oh wait, yeah. There was something I was doing. I got to get back to zoom out, zoom out, man. Take you back to where Denny's was and everything, and the rib crib, golden corral. So I'm there. I am. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, let's see. Let's try Cash Road. Just general Cash Road. Oh, wait. I think. Yep. All right. There we go. But where are all the white women at? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Oh, that's right. Cause now it's Fusion Buffet. That was still Hong Kong Buffet even. Oh man. And it's still. Nope. It switched to 2018. So only this view. But yeah, like you see, now it's a IHOP. Like I said, Fusion Buffet. Over here though. There we go. Oh man, that's thing. How far? Wonder how far we can get. Let's see. Oh yeah, like you can even see it. The blue. That, like I said, that was IHOP. What's funny is you can see how much it's like literally changed. Like, let's see. Can't really tell. Kmart was still open, that's for sure. Alright, get over here. Oh wow. Oh, that's why. Alright. Yep. Wait, you went to Eisenhower High School? Nice. I mean, granted, it's a fairly common name, so I don't expect you to have gone to, like, literally the same Eisenhower High School, but I still think that is cool that you went to Eisenhower High School too. Yeah, remember that, dude. I'm like, make sure I'm at the right spot. Yeah. And see, like I said, IHOP was on the corner. See, I wonder. See now you got me wondering what all I can find at the. Oh wow, so Clerks is here 2013, and as you can see, they've tore down the house. Now they got something else there. Let's see. Oh wow, we were just here 2019. I. Oh man, this is kind of cool. Not gonna act like it isn't. Let's see. Uh, wow, I'm surprised we don't have more 2008 fruit. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm just like I said, dude. Like, so much has changed. Like half of these buildings that are here, along here, along this side, gone. So I think I'm at a good spot. Let's see, 2018. Yep. Okay, you see all those houses? As you see, half of them are gone. Businesses there. Like it's so weird. Like if you look at like my hometown, just where it was back in the day versus where it is now, man, like that's now. Let's see, can I get a shot, a recent shot? Nope, because it's still that is still too far back. Cause they just recently look above North Korea on the satellite. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Wait, I think I can. Wait. How did I? Uh, no, I'm just gonna. Wait. Can I just? I'm not gonna just keep. Yeah. I guess. Uh, see. All right. And maps. And then. All right. Gonna do the quick sidetrack metro. Satellite. Alright, I'm here. Look above North Korea on the satellite. Alright, I'm on North Korea. Don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I'm sure you'll tell me. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here. Just keep going through our trek of good old fashioned Lawton, Oklahoma. That thing Budweiser truck there, that's hilarious. Man, dude. So this place, CG's Bar and Grill, no longer there. Makes me sad, panda sad. I miss that place, dude. Fantastic bulgogi. Not as good as the Junction, though. Well, I mean, it's good as the Junction, but I'm kind of partial because Junction's been a staple of Lawton since, like, I've lived here. I remember the first time I had bulgogi was at the fucking Junction, I think. No, it was actually Jennifer. One of my sister's friends went and made it. Like, her mom made it. And she, like, that's how I'd love to learn how to make bulgogi, though. That shit is fucking good. Oh, yeah, 'cause that is so different. Looks way different now. And let's see. And Neostar, I think we've all tried to pick up women with things that we shouldn't try to pick up women with. But such is life. Okay, this is a bit too far. Okay, they just completed that. Like a month ago? Maybe two? And well, guess what? You're not Tim, unfortunately. Tim, he could draw that cartoon bunny and then some. Oh, then again, I had more luck. I thought you read that wrong. I thought you were saying you would have had more luck. Let's see. Uh, 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 there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Uh, y'all know where girls in Oklahoma hang out at in bikinis? I can tell you. They avoided me. Can't say I'm surprised. Alright, so the Hong Kong buffet that I showed you earlier, that actually used to be a Golden Corral. This is where Golden Corral moved to. Let's see, I want to keep going. Oh, gotta find who I need again. It'll work. As you see, that building completely different from what it was split second ago. Uh, see, that's the like now. I mean, like come on, you can see the difference. Like that, like that looks nicer. Don't get me wrong, a lot more modern. But come on, man, there's nothing wrong with that building. Nothing wrong with that building at all. The crushed ice place is back there. I think they moved to like I think it's still the same building. I think it's still a mattress, the same mattress place. So I will admit that I think it is the same mattress place. Let's see. Let's see. Street view. Nope. I like how you're seeing is over time everything that changed. Yep. That's kind of yeah. Well, never was that bad, but that's just man. I totally forgot about that church being torn down. Totally forgot about it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Mm-mm. That's funny. Oh wow. Armadillo Pond has been gone forever. To seeing an old uh advertisement for it. So awesome. Oh, dude. All right, I'll check it out. You guys know me. I'm all about finding new shit to get. Like, all right. Oh, it's a little side thing. I wonder if I'll probably backtrack. All right. Oh man, because I wonder. That would be funny as shit. March. Yeah, that's still. There it is. Alright. Yep. Like, oh man. That was cool. That is cool. Let's go. See if I can get back to here and go back to 2008. Alright. And. Alright, I think I'm on the right one. Trying to get a little bit more situated where I can see it better. Go figure. Well, I gotta cross the street or something, damn it. Just saying. I'm not trying to. There we go. Yep, no, after. Because now I think the Wingstop is a Wingstop Papa John's. I get up here. Alright. I heard the word bravo so much. Right, I'm not even. Oh, come on. And. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's why. Having no luck with this. Uh, that's part of what I was talking about earlier, John. Like how we look back to the past and like we look at how things have changed, and whether we admit it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, it does affect us. We look back at things we wish we could have gotten right, things we wish we'd, you know, done better. Do I gotta go all the way over to the side of the? Come on, go all the way back. Then. Like, not Groundhog Day kind of stuff, but sort of, or the endless state of everyone there views it as normal. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Like, I know it's obviously the vehicle's back here, I guess? I don't know. Uh, let's see, what is this? April 2013? Hang on. Wait, no. Uh, uh, wait a second. Oh, well. Anyway, let's keep going. So, oh, okay, that explains that's gone the wrong street. Alright, no matter. Not that it matters. Because I was actually one of the spots I was gonna go. I hit up. That's Tom's Card Kingdom. Used to play magic tournaments there all the time. A lot of fun. Great place. That place is closed down now, I think. Which is kind of sad, actually. See if I could go back. Wait, I can. Man. Uh. Alright. Yeah. all the way back to roughly at the intersection. Like as you saw, this is a CVS now, but it used to be a shopping center and everything. It used to, oh man, dude. I don't think any of us would be opposed to endless 90s, man. 90s are gangster. Hell of a lot better than the shit we're going through now. Okay, China Express is still there. I'm happy about that. I'm not even gonna be mad and try to say I'm not. Like, I would be. That is one of the few good Chinese. Well, I mean, we got a few good Chinese places, but let's just say Google Maps doesn't go back far enough to what, like, the last of, like, the like, Cheese Fong Village era of Lawton. Like, oh my goodness. Miss those days, man. Miss those days. Let's see. Well, a little too far, but I can work with it. I was back on that. Was still like Fire Mountain or something. Eh, I not sure if you're quoting your comic or if you're actually trying to give me a compliment there, Neostar. Alright, and the Wendy's is still there though. So that Subway, I think actually all of that's still there. Let's see. Alright. Now it's time to cry like a little bitch for a minute. No! About 2 years ago. I think it was like, yeah, 2 years ago, at most three now? No, it's two. One of the two. Pizza Time. Been eating there since I was a kid. Closed down. And not because they weren't making money. That was literally the. If you were to ask any Lawtonian, who had the best pizza in Lawton, they would have all said Pizza Time. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have other pizza places that are kind of meh, but eh. Let's see. Alright, and like, alright, let's see. Oh, May 2009, that's still fine. Let's see, oh wait, yeah, gotta show y'all the junction, man. Did we just shoot into the junction? I don't know. Oh, I didn't even know this thing could do that. I will try to go here. Uh, the I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Never been a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, actually. Yep, the junction. Oh man, best Bagulki in town, man. Best Bagulki in town. Let's see, where we're gonna go now. Let's see, and what? There's even a picture from. Wow. It's so weird seeing it through this old, like their old cameras. Let's see, anyway. Mm, see, head down by the mall now. Where is that? Eh, Second Street. I think that's it. And yeah, that was an odd sound. Oh, anyway. Not where I wanted to be. You know, trying to show off how much things have changed, man. Didn't even know that was there. Now, that's Carolina. It's more this way. There it is. Carolina Comics. If you're ever in Lawton, Oklahoma, please stop by and hit these guys up. Nice guys. I've tried to get him on the owner on the show, but he's generally running various events when we were having meeting of the minds on the weekend. I might be able to get him on now that I'm trying to do it on Thursdays, but man, to be honest, I'm really like I'm trying to stay out of the culture war stuff and just trying to enjoy some good old fashioned, you know what I mean? Oh wait. Oh man, 2008. Let's see. I don't think that's there anymore. Might go back a little bit. And oh, oh, try there. Yeah, yep, yep. What is now Carolina Comics was Katie's Sewing, or Kathy's Sewing Center. Wow, didn't even realize that. Got like I don't even think Crushers is there anymore. Oop, oop, oop. Oh no, it is. Over there. Oh, that's 2013. Yeah. Oh, so it is still there. I thought they went out of business a couple years ago. Let's see. Cause yeah, and then oh yeah, cause we had the theater there already. Let's see. But the other reason why I wanted to come by the old mall, I was really wanting to stop by the mall. It was trying to cutting through because I don't feel like fucking. Duh. Let's just say, uh, yeah, don't like this place. Trying to get away. I remember when they were actually building that addition. Like, alright, so this is the courthouse, right? All this in the 90s wasn't there. That was all built in like 2001, 2002. It used to just be the courthouse itself. Alright, now to. Alright, so the coffee shop back in the day that I used to always hang out at was. Oh wow, I didn't realize this. What's funny is if I had known that that place was still open at that time, I would have hung out there. That kind of makes me a little bit mad. That kind of makes me really mad. Yeah, the so the law office here, that dude been a prick. Used to be all this parking lot what they shared. Didn't care. He shared parking lot with the coffee shop. This is back in the day. Now he's taking over the coffee shop's parking lot. Like we used to always, dude. Let me put it to you like this: this place, this coffee shop. When I first started going there, it was uh, Forgotten Works. Then it was Espresso Works. Then it was Java Joe's Presents Espresso Works. Like they used to have a thing on the side. It was a big like cappuccino mug type deal. Like oh man, it's so great. And then it became Legal Lounge, which was a hookah bar. Oh man, get some coffee, have a hookah. Great stuff, great stuff. And good, not like good quality hookah. Like not that cheap shit that you see a lot of these places try to pass off as good hookah. No, I'm talking good hookah. That's Sheridan. So, West Gore. See, I am not on. Oh, where am I? Too far. That's why. Too far. Oh well. Cause, and it's trying to get down to the. Oh, it sucks. All right. When I didn't have the money, didn't have a job, things like that, and I'll point this out when we get there. All right. Also, this whole thing, like literally, this entire thing used to be a shopping center building here. They've all long since had like all the businesses closed down. It was I think if the buildings were just too old, they needed to be updated. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Lawton's been known as Little Chicago for years, dude. Like we're talking, it's. I don't like. I'm not gonna sit there and say that Lawton's got all these problems, but man, back in the day, let's just say, even in the '90s, Lawton had its problems, and it was it's just unfortunate. One of those things. Come on, I'm there. I just wanna. That's not what I meant to do. Uh, uh, there we go. Let's see if I can find one that's. Oh well, not gonna find it. So, when I talk about the old coffee shop days, when I talk about like the cosmic grind and things like that, this, all three, mind you, was the cosmic grind. These two doors were generally sealed up tight. No one used them. But we'd enter in here, right? And in there, in that room, you'd enter in. You had like, it was a big sun on the wall to the left. You could order coffee, like straight through. There was a bar in that room straight at the back. All right, or you'd go in straight to, you can get in the counters there, or you can go in. This is the one room, mind you, also that you weren't allowed to smoke in. You could go into the room next to it, which is the blue room, which this area, and you could smoke. This area for the longest time was, even though the part of the shop, it was sealed off because where they had knocked down the wall here, like right here by the store, even they had knocked down the wall to here. Then this wall was still there. So what they did, what one dude did, he did such a shoddy job. Like, oh my god, we're not even gonna go there. It makes me mad. Let's see, it's been 15 and a half years, if not more, since that dude put that door in, and I'm still bitching about it to this day. I think that says everything about how shoddy of a job he did there. uh, but no, basically there was a guitar shop here after the grind closed down. This place was taken over by a guitar shop and everything, and one of the guys either at the guitar shop or that worked at the like someone that worked at the daycare center next door. Oh, and mind you, all like they used to park their buses right here, not there like they do now, right here. Oh man, that shit always got annoying. Because we'd always be fighting, like, we'd be having events here, and we'd be fighting with the fact that they got their buses right there. I mean, granted, we probably could have asked them to move it over here, and they would have for those events, but you get the idea. But like the other thing is though, is that it, man, uh, like what was there though was a legit 1969 Camaro SS Cherry Red convertible and I don't even like convertibles. I don't like cherry red, but man, that thing was sexy as fuck. Never was. I didn't have the money to get it. I was going to get it too. I didn't have a license even. I was going to get it. Now you couldn't pay me to drive that car. I'm too clumsy. I realized I would kill. I'd get myself killed. Let's just be honest. I would get myself killed. And what do you know? That's there it is. The exact car I was talking about. Like, oh man. And let's see. And Crockett's, man. Crockett's alright. The owner kind of fucked himself though. Apparently he had a bad meth problem, which is tragic, but at the same time, dude should have known better. Like, I'm not going to even remotely try to like apologize or anything. No, dude should have known better. Oh man, just I miss hanging out there, dude. I worked there even. It was a great fucking place to hang out with your friends, get some good coffee. We all wish we could, like I wish I could pick up the guitar. I have had two acoustic and an electric. I gave my electric to a buddy of mine who not only can play, played that thing to death. And he was like, "No, man, it's still yours. I'll get it back to you." And man, don't even fucking worry about it. That's your guitar. You play it all the time. Treat it right. Do what you gotta do. Jump too far. I think, yeah. Alright. You really can't tell because of the quality of the zoom. Get further back a little bit. I think I was in this lane, the 2008. Let's see if you can look at it now. You can still kind of see it, still kind of, but not. Once I get back to like the where I was where I had the 2000, like that building though. Oh man, that building was my comic shop back in the day. Like this in the 90s was my comic shop. This is what I had. Because I took ours. Uh, no, sadly though, the owner died, and the place hasn't been open in forever. I mean, by this point, it was already closed. Believe me, I looked. I was gonna go in there and give me some comics. I was like, yeah, comic time. Yeah, that didn't work out too well because they were already closed, and like if I can go to, I think they had been closed already by 2008, but because when I came back to Lawton, granted, mind you, at this point, I did not have my license, so it wasn't as easy. Wow, yeah, quick. Okay, so it won't be no showing you the 2008 like I thought I was gonna be able to, but yeah. Let's see. And the neighbors that I mentioned that had given me all those Marvel comics, the guy that worked there, he had known for years. So that tells you how long, and I mean long, that place has been open. Let's see. Yeah, go back to that. But yeah, well, there it is. There in 2008. Let's see. I think I've pretty much showed you everything that. Oh wait. I know one more thing, and it goes back to my old stomping ground. Let's see. Great Plains. Oh, alright, and there. Wait, no. It's gotta be here. I think I'm in the right spot. It should be. up too far, or not too far, but not far enough. Sorry. I, cause I'm about to show off my elementary school. It's not even there anymore. It's a church now, I think. Cause, oh man, like that's the gym, and I think the gym itself is still there. Like all the buildings are still there. Like yep, it was already a church by this time. St. James used to be Country Club Country Club Heights, CCH. Yep. Let's see. Along, back up a little bit, see if they still got the old buildings. Like, alright, so, oh, too far, too far. Give me a little bit more, not much. So I want, oh wow, used to be, if I remember correctly, yeah, there was a trailer right here, well, an external building that was here. That was where, that was my fifth grade class. I was with Mr. Albert. I couldn't remember because my sixth grade class on this side, which, yep, those buildings are still there. At least one of them is. Oh, I don't mean to do that. Like, those, you got that one, and then you got another one behind it. Those were my sixth grade classes. Like, oh man. Oh, it's funny. It's like they used to have a mural right here of kids and whatnot. Like, you go in, and, like, you'd go into the main doors, and there'd be murals and along little sides. Great. I mean, we rarely used this park, even though it was right there. We always used the one on the school. Like, oh man. And the bus always would, or I mean, go to, let's see, do, and let's see, go. Oh, nope, nope. Did not mean to do that. Wanted to go to, let me see. Oh, well, click on the right thing. Nope, nope. Uh, let's see. But okay, but yeah, dude, like, alright, I can just use the map here. Alright, yeah, I use the other map. Alright, so let's see, go back to my part of the world, and zoop, 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 zoop. Uh, alright, so my school is here. The bus would always pick me up. See, yeah, pick me up right here. We would pick up a couple other spots in the neighborhood, come back out, around, follow down, all the way up to here, and then at the end of the school day, we'd go up, round, down, joop, and the bus driver, joop, drop us off here. Wow, I remember that shit. It's hard to believe I remember that shit. Oh man, like, let's see. They're actually widening 52nd right now. Need to do that. That road is old. Been there forever. Remember when Jewel and Nani, my aunt and grandmother, lived here. Actually lived in this unit right here. Then, and mind you, they lived there. Prior to them living there, my sister actually lived in, I think it was these apartments actually. I didn't realize they were that fucked up from above, but yeah. Granted, this is back in the 90s. It's either one of these. Oh wait, no, I think it was no, I think it was these. Yeah, because she lived in the one of the ones that didn't have the pool. It was the and I remember her mentioning like I had to choose the one apartment complex out of these that didn't have the pool. I remember that. Definitely will probably be tomorrow because I'm about to be ending this. I guess like I said, I took y'all along for a ride. Didn't mean to, but kind of therapeutic. It's good to look back, like, oh man, just everything, dude. Just everything over the years. Like, I remember, for instance, let me see, Cash Road and Sheridan, right? Yeah, these two have been there for years, but I remember when Sam's Club was actually, which is what that is, Cluey over on I think it was like on 67th, where what is now like Country Mart and whatnot. But yeah, remember when a lot of the shit's just changed, man. Oh wow, I didn't realize Liberty Lake was like that. Just wow. Yeah, it's wow. And what's worse is like I used to have a buddy who lived right on I think it was this house actually. Uh, let's go. Where's my? I know I'll do this. So I can match it up with what I'm trying to do. Head over to Liberty Lake. There it is. And that's Kenyon. Wow. And okay, so the Antifa buddy of mine that I always tell you about, this is where he lived. That room right there is actually his room. Like that was his nephew's. That was one of the two living rooms. I always thought this house was nice, but like, it's funny. Oh man, 2008. I bet you. Please tell me it is. It is. Oh man. So if I remember right, that was his brother's Chad's car at the time. But yeah, that was Chad's car at the time, and I think, oh man, is that? I think it is. It. I think it is. I think that's his. No, no, I think no, I think it is. No, that's his brother CJ's car. It's not his mom's. His mom had at the time a no. This is she had already gotten rid of it by 2008. That is right. That is uh that's I think that's Chad's car, and that is his brother. Oh wait, no, that isn't Chad's car. I think that's actually Luke's car. I forgot about that. He had a whole bunch of stickers on it. It looked like hell. Thought it was the tackiest thing ever. Like bumper stickers out the ass, but let's see. Well, so yeah. Well, the sun out there today. Yeah, this must have been around like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Only reason why I know it's because direction of the sun. Oh, wow. Definitely, I will say it has been a fun trip. It has definitely been a fun trip. Little stroll down memory lane, and I personally think that if you're going to reminisce, if you're going to think about the past, think about the things that you miss that you appreciated. And I think that's what this was. This was me looking back at Lawton and all the things that changed. Some for the better. A lot for the better, actually. I would be lying if I said it didn't. Like, man, we got shit in Lawton we didn't used to have. Now, we've lost things. Like, Gore. Was it Sheridan? No, it was. Yeah, but okay, Lake Boulevard. I think. Okay, so Sheridan. Let's see. All that, but all that is actually that is where I wanted to go. Yeah, go figure. Uh, you don't know everything. You just know some stuff. Oh man, like that right there, man. That was Gibson's. The second Gibson's. We had this Gibson's. Then we had. And it's not so much you know anything about me. It's more you know about Lawton. We'll go with that. We you know about Lawton now. Some of the shit that was fun in Lawton, some of the shit that sucked. Like for instance, that's right. It was over here, and it's this one. That would be roughly about the right area. I'm gonna do guesstimating. Well, I'm surprised this put me clue in the wrong area. Cluey, I like wow. And let's see, because if wait no, because they tore it down 2004, I do believe, 2003, 2004. Like and the only reason why Gibson's closed down, and you are, it's just you're mainly learning about Lawton in the process. Just saying. Oh, I forgot to mention. So, the Home Depot that is like you can't really see it because you know the being blocked by the Kmart that as you see 10 years ago was actually a pretty happening Kmart. Yeah, let's update it back to modern day. Uh, nice. Not boring old Lawton. You know, it's not. I mean, I can't argue. Lawton is pretty freaking boring. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. I mean, I've lived in Lawton for so long that it's not even fun. Oh, y'all couldn't even see it. I kicked myself in nuts now. Alright, because apparently I'm still doing this, so yeah. Alright, I'll go. I'll show you where the first, where the first building. I was like, yeah, look at this. Alright, so you can kind of. Nope, need to go up a little further. Can I go back to 2008? Yeah. So, in here you can Lowe's, obviously. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a bit of a better angle. I mean, you can see the sign. Right, Lowe's, Lowe's. This, alright, used to be Gibson's as well. And right here you had Mr. Gaddy's. Picture Mr. Gaddy's was like a Chuck E. Cheese, Dave and Buster's type deal. You know, I mean, well, it's supposed to be like a Chuck E. Cheese, but was more like a Dave and Buster's. The place got closed down because they were caught selling drugs. Like, it's some funny shit. And, but yeah, and then the other one, man. Let's see. We got those Gibsons, Mr. Gaddy's, and then I think right about here would be a good spot to look. 2013, that'll work. Oh, I was looking right at it. Guess not the right. Because it went too far. Okay, not a problem. Oh, actually, that building right there. Let me get you a better look. I wish we had a 2008 photo because I think in 2008 it still had the Gibsons, uh, like the Gibsons lettering and everything along the sides. But no, well, yeah, like sign, everything's still there. I mean, they're pretty decent. The owner put in his will that the building, the stores would be closed because it was Southwest Oklahoma, northern Texas area. But he put in his will that the stores were to be closed, the money to be split up, like everything to be cleared out, and sold, money to be split up in split up amongst. I think he had like three sons, and they were all wanting to take the Gibsons in different directions. He foresaw that there was going to be some financial issues, so he closed Gibsons down. He was getting ready to die. He was like, look, upon my death, Gibsons is to close, split everything up equally. Everybody gets their share. No one bitches. No one, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of sad because I liked Gibson. Dude, to this day, I still kick myself in the nuts because I saw in there dirt cheap. This is like 98, 99, I think it was. 2000, 2000. That's right, it was 2000 because Batman Beyond was out. All right, and I could have gotten a uh, the Batman Beyond Batmobile because y'all know me. I'm gonna have a thing for Batmobiles at Gibson's for like $5, $6. I'm just saying. Still kick myself in the ass for that to this day. I mean, uh, but either way. Ooh, yeah. One last thing. I think you'll find this funny. I don't know if it'll still be there. Alright, let's see. I think it's back that way. Yeah, this neighborhood. You get a rough idea. Yeah. Alright, so the general. Let me see. Ninth. So, take me a minute. Gotta get my bearings. And let's have the one where I want the 2013. Let's see, where am I on the map? I think it's 8th, or maybe a little further in. Let me see. But I know I'm about the right area. Uh, let's see. Hmm. I will go through this whole neighborhood if I have to. I don't want to, but I will. Because I think. That's Let's see. Nope, went too far by the looks of it. Yeah, I think I did. Eh. Alright, we look around. It, you'll get a kick out of it once I get back to what I'm trying to find. What's a challenge? I should have looked over more sooner. Kind of trying to. Oh wait, wait. I mean, uh, uh, do 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 do. Don't remember them being that close to the school though. Hold up, but we go back. Maybe they go too far in. I think maybe. Too far in that way. Alright, Neil Star, you have a good night. As soon as I find my funny thing that surprised me when I noticed it, I will probably be ending the stream. I just gotta find it. It's one of those. It wouldn't. I wouldn't be showing it if it wasn't so freaking hilarious. Basically, the car I had at the time in this, you know, when they were here during this time. I thought I was going. Oh, mother. Let's see, but it got caught on the Google Maps camera, and I thought it was hilarious. I want. Then I feel like seeing the fuckus again, just because I haven't seen the fuckus in. Oh man, for fuck all ever. I mean, it's a solid car for the most part. That. Nope. Because that looks like a right. That looks like it's. Yeah. Hmm. Which is funny because back in the day I could have found this first try. First time, every time, not even worry about it. And now I'm just like, eh. I'm on ninth. Yeah. Oh no, maybe I did need to go further in. I want to. We shall see. Hmm. Hmm. trying to find it, and I'm just having no luck. Kind of making me sad, panda sad, cause like I said, I was really looking forward to seeing my oh, that's kind of disconcerting, cause that explain why I haven't. Cause the area looked completely different. I might have been. Yeah, I was. Cause alright, yeah. Think, cause if I remember right, that was the house. Yeah, cause that's fucking Boone's piece of shit fucking old neon. Dude is a. Ah, man. I know you shouldn't talk bad about people, especially when they can't defend themselves. But I hated that fucking guy. And the reason why I hated him is because dumbass would, like, okay, we'd have the house to spray. Okay? What would his ass be doing? Be sitting there, sitting on a 5, on his damn phone, and, like, every time, never get shit done, just sitting there riding the clock. I'm over here busting my ass, and his ass is goofing the fuck off on his phone when he should be spraying. Eh, yeah, 'cause that was, I mean, granted, me, the stopping, going over there and things like that was ended up being a good thing, mainly because of the fact that I, was spending like, fuck, dude, I was spending insane amounts of fucking cash at the time. Not even gonna try to front about it on pot. Like, it was ridiculous. But anyway, because, I didn't, like, still don't smoke cheap pot. So, like, if I'm gonna smoke pot, give me some fucking real deal. I'm too goddamn old to be trying to smoke that bunk. That's funny. Oh, wait, no, 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 I'm on the right spot. I'm on the right spot. Street view changed. Are you changed? And come on. There it is. Wait a second. Huh. So weird. I got so used to seeing that street like this with everything like half dying and shit. But anyway, at one time, I I could find my car on one of the streets. That was the thing. It was on one of the side streets. It wasn't the street itself. It's like one of the side streets, looking at the house, and you saw my old blue Ford Focus. Uh, uh Go figure. The one time I actually want to see my old car. Oh man. Oh, what's up, Lorenzo? Yeah, it's kind of doing my thing, trying to find my old, like, showing off my hometown, doing something different, trying to keep the positivity going. Cause you know what? That's what you need every now and then. You just need some simple positivity. Cause all that negative shit, man, is for the. There it is. There it is. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. There she is. Wonder if I can get it to better view of it. Nope. Wait, and that's. Oh, okay. February, then March. Got it. Got it. Oh, wait. No, not Doc. Not that I really care, dude. Alright. But like, I didn't live over here. I was over here visiting. This is where I used to go and coworkers and whatnot. Still think the dude that owned that car is a dumbass. Missed that car. But nah, dude, just kind of tired. About to be definitely going to be killing the stream here shortly. I just was feeling a nostalgia night and decided why not bust out ye old well, basically bust out the old Google Maps, start fucking showing off Lawton. You know what I mean? It's showing off my hometown, reconnecting. Like I mentioned earlier, I'd constantly just been really missing the '90s lately, and how I kind of come to realize that the reason, like, why I guess you could say, and how it is the like I can say the fact that the world has gone fucking nuts. And ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth? Let's see. Oh man. Oh, I totally forgot we had that there. Wow. Looking at. Oh wow, yeah, that's 2008. Yeah, we we recently this past summer and like summer before and this past summer we rebuilt our fence, and I forgot the time before that we did it. It was 2008. My dad did that entirely on his own because all he did is knock out the boards and replace the slats. He's like, those boards are still good. It's the slats that need to go. Oh man! And what's funny is you like if you were to look at like everything that changed between 2008 and just 2013, like man, I totally forgot that we even like no, that's yeah, I totally forgot we had that tree there. And that mm, my mom got this house because she wanted all the trees and like I'm looking at the front yard and I'm just seeing all this the shit that we had that is gone. Like now. I shit you not. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, wow. Uh, kind of surprised. Oh, wait, yeah, I know why. Like, because it's street view and not. Oh, I don't know. Hmm. That is cool. I didn't know you could move, adjust the map and everything. Like you can actually, fi- oh, okay, alright. See, do if I could get rid of some stuff, it'd be gangster. But no, I know it's kind of, oh well. Either way, I definitely enjoyed doing this though. Kind of showing off my hometown. But it is 2:11. I did not intend on doing a 3 hour stream. I actually intended to be in bed an hour and a half ago. 2 hours ago, actually. But either way, it was one of those unexpected things. I'm glad I kept going. I think, like I said, checking out Lawton over the years, just from 2008 to, well, 2019, and how much has changed and various things going on in this town, it was definitely worth the experience. Yeah, Neo Star, it's one of those. I'm probably am about to be going to bed here soon, but it was me just wanting to. Yes! Central time indeed. That must have been. Oh, no problem. John, it's always fun to have you, and everyone else, Gorgonite, Neostar, Lorenzo, all of y'all. Ah, gotcha. You're in the Eastern time. Don't gotcha. But either way, I appreciate you guys showing up. It was fun hanging out. Like I said, I'm about to kill the stream and probably, like probably go to bed. Just like I may listen to some music. I'm not sure yet. I'll get. Let me get out of the stream. Let's be honest. I'm gonna sit here for like another probably 20, 30 minutes just because I did. Like I said, I was gonna. The plan was after like we stream for about an hour, kill the stream by 11:30, 12:30 or 12. Then sway come 12. I could be like bed. But hey, man, I still had fun hanging out with everybody. So I appreciate everybody showing up. Nice to having y'all. And with that, I guess it is time to bid you folks adieu. And then, hope to God that when I click stop on OBS, it doesn't shut it off weirdly, like at a weird point. That's why I'm just droning on. Because I'm giving OBS a chance to not cut off what I was saying.